P2B have finally called on President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to return back to Nigeria. What are you doing in France? What are you doing in France? What is the president doing in France? Why 150 lives in Nigeria? 150 people in Nigeria, 150 Nigerians have actually lost their life within 2 weeks. The president is in France in retreat. What are you doing in France? P2B have finally called out President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to return back to Nigeria urgently. In PLATEAU State, attack happened in PLATEAU. In Benue State, the same thing. In BORNO, the same thing. In different parts of the country. Within 2 weeks, 150 lives gone. Within 2 weeks. The president is in France. France retreat. This country. So the Labour Party presidential candidate to 2023 election, P2B, called on President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to return back to the country. Said, how can a country CEO, how can, just like in a company right now, if there's crisis in a company and with the CEO be in a different location, Nigeria, you left your country, Nigeria, and you're in a foreign country where your country is actually in crisis. What a president. What a president. I don't know what you really think about this video. Drop a comment and let us know what you think about the call of P2B to Bola Ahmed Tinubu to return back to France and handle Nigeria security issues. Now look at this is what you wrote. Say within 2 weeks, within 2 weeks you have been away. Over 150 lives. Nigerians have lost their life to insecurity across, especially in PLATEAU, in Zamfara State. These two major states. Don't forget that Benue State is not safe. The repeated pipeline explosion in the Niger Delta further reflects a nation in distress. Remember that the president declared a state of emergency in Rivers State. I don't know if it's for political reasons or for whatever reasons. In the same Rivers State, there have not been anything that's, when he declared a state of emergency, Rivers State was really peaceful. Nobody was protesting in the street. When he declared that the emergency, no life was lost. Not one person. You can say somebody lost his life in the process. But today, there are reports of people going to bomb pipeline that even explosion, it is something exploding in their body. But I don't want to go there. But the major thing is this: declaring a state of emergency in a state where there's no tension. Why in Benue State there are tension? In PLATEAU State, even the governor came out to apologize after 52 persons' life was reportedly lost in PLATEAU State. Ah, my dear, I don't know. The story is too much. 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 Now let's go ahead. He said, how can the CEO of a troubling company called Nigeria, let's just say that Nigeria is a company, and our CEO, which is the head of the company, is Bola Ahmed Tinubu, how can he be away, going for a retreat in France, being in France, staying in France, while the company headquarters in Abuja, instead of returning back to the company's headquarters in Abuja, to sit with security agencies, to give order and instruction what is supposed to do, to give order and instruction to security agencies on how to handle security challenges, to possibly direct them. I declare, it is not for them. It's not time for the president to use his constitutional powers. Now he's in France doing retreat. He's in France doing retreat/refreshment. What is the way forward? The question is, what is the way forward? What is the way forward? Can we continue to live this way? Can we continue to live this way? I don't just know. He made a call and said President Bola Ahmed Tinubu should start returning back. Start returning back. This is too much. And personally, I also joined in that call. I joined in that call to say, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, you are president. Please return back to Nigeria. Return back to drone. Return back to your home base. If you are flying drone, at the time it will just, there's a place you will click. It will say return back to home point. It will fly back and return back to the point where you fly from. So it is time for the president to return back to base. Come back to base, people. Nigerians are really, they are losing everything. The issue of herdsmen are coming to, taking their cattle around the rest of them. I don't know. Is cattle rearing is not a private business. Is cattle rearing is not a private business. Why can't we make decisions? Why can't we make policies? It's just like when somebody from Anambra decide to take his business and decide to block the middle of the road and stay in the middle of the road, and maybe they now find a kind of maybe 30 or 40. They have to block the middle of the road to stop people from entering and getting entrance. That is what is happening when it comes to cattle rearing issue. Some people from their own zone leave their own zone, move to another person's zone. Now the farmland, the major source of income. I've been privileged to be with a lot of people, including the senior military officers and all the rest of them. Someone once told me some years ago that the major problem, the major insecurity, major thing that is causing insecurity in Nigeria, especially in Benue State, Plateau, some of these states, is Fulani herdsmen versus what? Versus farmers. Now, what is the major problem? The major problem is this. To a Fulani herdsman, the cow, he sees the cow as like a son. The same way an average businessman will also consider his container as almost his own life. That's when somebody loses his container, he almost want to faint or even take his life in the process. Because that is business, is his what? His livelihood, is his life. Imagine if your business, if somebody goes to your business and decide to burn it down, you will almost faint in the process. If you have any chance of even fighting, you may even want to fight the person or confront the person. Do you understand what I'm saying? So that is how it is. When you try to attack a Fulani herdsman cow, you are causing war. They will come for you and you will not like the dance. They will come, and I'm not also support of anybody trying to cause problem. Do you understand what I'm saying? So when you try to attack a Fulani herdsman cow, it's a problem. And now when you will now just follow me to get to update or what I'm trying to say. When you now look at this farmland, people spend hundreds of thousands of naira. They spend even their energy, physical energy, strength, because there's no mechanized facilities anywhere for you to even farm. So they use their strength and everything. They invest almost their life in the time trying to do what? Farm. So after farming and all the rest of them, they're now waiting. Time for harvest for them to come and harvest it. They will hear somebody else will carry one cow, his own personal business, their cow, their personal business, and come to that farmland and destroy every effort. Now, end of the day, the Fulani herdsman consider his own cow as his son, as a person. The Benue person also, the farmer also consider that farmland as his own livelihood. So what happens when you go to attack a Fulani herdsman over his cow? The Fulani herdsman descend on the whole community at the end of the day. So that's what happens sometimes. That's what happens most times, and that is one of the reasons that's one of the major things that causes insecurity in the country. And our governments have not been so bold to make a statement to say, if you want to rear your whatever, even if it's cattle, whatever you want to do, why not you go? It's a personal business. I don't think that it's a personal business. This is a personal business. They can actually go just like the way Igbo people always do it. Any place you go, even if you go to Canada, any state you will go to, you rent a shop, enter inside shop, do your business there. If there are taxes you're supposed to pay, you also pay in line with whatever law governing in the environment. So what is the big deal that the Fulani herdsmen or the cattle rearers cannot be able to go? And it's a record that Zambisa Forest is one of the biggest forests. It's also a record that, according to what we always see on social media, that the whole of the Southeast state put together is not even up to Zambisa Forest. Why not they go to Zambisa Forest and rear their whole cattle? Won't it bring a possible solution, peace, So what am I trying to say in essence is this. The way forward is simple. The president should come back to the country. President Bola Ahmed will come back to this country. We need you most now. Suspend that your retreat. We are appealing to you. It's not another. We are appealing to you to come back to the country. People are already coming to say the president will go for a second term. The first term they will give him, they have not yet finished it though. People are already talking about staging a 1 million march for Southeast, staging a 1 million march for any thing. I know saying that wherever Bele face, that's where the march will face. But that's by the way. So President Bola Ahmed will come back to this country, come and take over the country that we elect you or you took over to become the president. Come and pilot that affair. Come and give that instruction. It's not enough to say state of emergency in River State, even when there was no crisis. Send that soldiers that are in River State waiting for state of emergency. Send them to go to BORNO. Send them to go to Benue State. Send them to go to PLATEAU State. Send them to go to those trouble areas. Few days ago or few weeks ago, there was a report that 14 or thereabout, 14 hunters that have guns, 14 of them, they were traveling from River State to Kano to celebrate Salah. There are stories that, unfortunate issue happened to them, which nobody prayed for. But the only telling the people are wondering why are they carrying guns. But the major thing is this: the whole Northerners rally support of them. The whole Northerners rally, they were even protesting. They said that even the governor of Benue State, the governor of Edo State, where the incident happened, even have to travel from Edo State to Kano to apologize and to say that this disciplinary action will take care of the rest of them. Police came, security agencies came, they arrested people involved. They sent them to Abuja, and people are demanding that they need to be transparent. But as of today, nobody is talking about what is happening in Plateau. Nobody is talking. I just wish that in the same way the Northerners campaigned and made their voice known. Why don't they come out and campaign and say no to open grazing, no to Fulani coming to attack people, Fulani herdsmen coming to attack people, no to this action? No, nobody is talking. Is it that they are so? Is it that they are so comfortable the way this is going on or whatever? I don't know. I just let me do this video and give you guys update. Drop a comment and let us know what you think about the call of Tinubu to return back to Nigeria over insecurity in Nigeria. Drop a comment and let us know what you think about this video. Don't forget to follow Kasa TV on Facebook and YouTube. Follow us for more news updates. Thank you.